Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to do a video that's a little bit different for me. You know me, if you've checked out my channel before, or if you follow me on steemit.com, you know that I'm a bull on crypto. I buy Bitcoin, I buy Litecoin, I buy XRP, EOS, and I'm a big fan of the idea of decentralization and what blockchain ledger, decentralized ledger can do for, freedom and anonymity and security. But today I want to talk about like why why wouldn't you take all of your money and dump it into crypto? Mortgage the house, you break out the credit cards. Why wouldn't you do all this? Because if crypto really is what I'm making it out to be, then it seems to me that's kind of what one would do. And the short answer is because that's crazy. That's way too risky. It doesn't matter if you think a company or an idea is a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. If it's not done, like if the deal isn't closed, then it's a gamble. And what I mean by that is if you're going to come and say to me, Bitcoin is for sure going to be here in 100 years, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm 99% with you on that assertion, but there's a 1% probability that something goes haywire and it doesn't. Ends up failing. The code is broken, or the miners that take control over the system become corrupt and lead it down what I would consider a broken path, like modern day banking. And so I believe heavily in cryptocurrency, and I've bet most of my personal savings on cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, I came relatively late to the game, only got in about a year ago. And so these prices we're seeing today are the prices I pretty much bought in at. Um, so this is like a reboot for me. And, again, why don't I just go ahead and mortgage a house? And why don't I just dump my line of credit and load my bags, fill up my bags? Because that's just too much. That's too much risk. I believe in Litecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, EOS. I believe in um, Tron. I believe in a few other big name cryptos that I would be happy to discuss with anybody who wants to leave a comment below. Um, but I'm not willing to risk my family's home, my family's future, my credit rating, because I'm just simply not willing. I'm not a gambling man. And I don't think it's wise for anybody to take that approach to cryptocurrency, whether it is the investment of a lifetime or not. Looking back on 2008, I remember I worked for a bank at the time, and the stock price of my bank went from about $35 a share to about $8 a share. And I remember saying to myself, this company I work for is solvent. We run an insurance agency that is very successful. It's growing. And so there's lots of reason to be bullish on on my company and the stocks that the company that I work for. But the stock price was down 75%. Um, I wanted to take a loan and buy all the stocks I could. I was going to get married shortly thereafter, so all of my liquid cash was not going to investments. It was going to my wedding. And so I saw in that moment the opportunity of a lifetime. And it was. I knew it was the opportunity of a lifetime, and it was the opportunity of a lifetime. But I don't look back on that time and say, wow, I sure messed up. I looked at my options and I made a risk calculation, and I decided that for my peace of mind and for my family's peace of mind and for the joy and um, um, excitement of a wedding and all that that represents, and the beginning of a new journey with my now wife, then fiance, all of that was worth more to me than the prospect of gambling on the stock market, even though I felt that was a lock. And even looking back on it and knowing it was a lock, it doesn't matter. Same thing here. I believe strongly cryptocurrency is a lock, that in 10 years, anyone who has a single cryptocurrency token of the top 10 is going to be laughing in terms of fiat valuation. And perhaps more importantly, that fiat valuation will likely no longer matter because, again, global financial crisis is going to lead to um, debt just crushing the fiat system. And I think the US dollar backed global economy is not going to be a thing of the future. And so I think it's a great idea to have some cryptocurrency. And if you don't have any, I strongly urge you to educate yourself on the value of blockchain and then wet your beak a little bit. But I'm not talking about mortgaging my house. I'm not talking about um, pouring all of every penny you've got into it. I'm saying take a little bit of money that you could absolutely lose and bet on the biggest thing you've ever seen, the biggest financial revolution, the biggest technological revolution you've ever been witness to, because that's what blockchain can be. And while Bitcoin and Litecoin and XRP and EOS might be the tokens that lead that revolution, they also might not. There could be tomorrow ABC coin. I didn't want to say that because of Bitcoin ABC, but there could be a coin tomorrow, a new coin that no one's ever heard of, that is in 10 years' time the new big thing. And somehow it is the blockchain to unite them all. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I know with confidence that blockchain is revolutionary, and that's why I'm involved. That's why I've bet on this system, and why I recommend anybody who doesn't have a little bit of crypto gets in the game. But I'm not talking about going balls deep and betting everything. And if you're hearing this and you're saying, "Wow," if you hear anything I say and say to yourself, "Wow, I really need to, you know, buy more crypto. I need to take loans. I need to use the credit cards," you're missing the point. That's exactly not my point. Find the number that you can risk with, peace of mind and your family in mind, knowing that you're not going too far. And yeah, put a few chips on the table. But that's it. That's all for today, guys. Just wanted to, I guess, preach a little bit of restraint, especially since I do believe these prices are probably among the lowest we're ever going to see for the big 10, top 10 cryptos. It doesn't mean the lowest, but among the lowest. Even if it goes down, if EOS goes down to 50 cents from here at $2, in 10 years' time, the tokens I bought at $2, I'm not going to say, "Oh man, I wish I bought them at 50 cents." No, I'm going to say, "Wow, I believe I'm going to say, wow, I made a huge profit on that EOS that I bought at $2. Same with Bitcoin at 35 and at XRP at 30 cents and even Ethereum at $90. I really believe that. So do some research if you're not at all in crypto. And I say wet your beak, but be cautious. This is a volatile market and prices can go lower. And when you think they won't, that's probably when they will. So that's all for today. Thanks so much for your time, your attention. I hope you have an awesome day. God bless you. Merry Christmas.